we're going to start sort of grounding ourselves to prepare for our session. So just come into a sort of easy cross-legged position, or if it feels more comfortable, you can take your legs out in front of you. So just find what works for you. And again, hands can rest sort of in your lap, or we can take them to the knees. And once you feel nice and settled and we're sitting up nice and tall, just lightly close those eyes. So just giving our bodies a chance to sort of prepare, settle into your practice. So just allow everything, every muscle in the face to start softening. Start to feel those shoulders sort of melting away from the ears. Really try to just forget about everything else that's going on today. Forget about your day so far and just really try and zone in and focus on you, your body, your practice. So if any time you find your mind wandering to your to-do list or what you've got to do, what you've got planned, just really try and bring it back to the body. And then just take a couple of moments to notice your breath. So as you inhale, feel your stomach, chest expand and lift. And as you exhale, feel them both soften, release. And before we get going, we're just going to take 2 deep breaths in through the nose and then releasing everything back out through the mouth. And then we can just start to lightly open those eyes. Allow the light to start flooding back through. And then we're just going to inhale as we reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers. Press the palms up to the sky. Exhale as we tilt open to the right hand side. Inhale back up to center. And then exhale, switch. Good. Inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, release the hands, break them down. Allow them to come to the floor. And then we're just going to readjust ourselves on our mat. So we're going to come over onto all fours. Coming down to our tabletop. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then we're going to inhale, drop the stomach to the floor, send that gaze forward. Exhale as we tuck the pelvis underneath, round up and over. So just moving through nice, easy movements. Taking your time. Finding what your body needs today. Just 2 more rounds like that. Really trying to link the movement with the breath. Turning back to center, take the hands further forward. Inhale as you shift the weight forward. Exhale as you lower nice and slow down to the ground. Release the feet. Hands come either side of the chest. Inhale as we come up cobra. Nice easy cobra to start with. Nice and gentle. Exhale, release. Take it back up to tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, lift the knees off. Inhale, floating table. Engaging through the core, expanding the sort of diaphragm. Lovely flat back. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Take the big toes together, send the knees to the outer edges of your mats. And then sink your hips back, coming into our child's, extended child's. Last deep breath here. And then inhale, come back up to tabletop, take the knees back underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to inhale, send the right foot back, long. Exhale as you draw the knee to the chest and tuck and squeeze. Inhale as you send it back. Exhale as you tuck and squeeze. Again, staying nice and stable through the center. We're not dropping into that hip. Last one. And then exhale, tuck. Release the foot to the floor. We're going to switch sides, taking the left leg behind. Inhale. Exhale. Keep grounding through all 10 fingers. Watch we're not collapsing in the shoulders. Last two. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Tuck the toes again, lifting the knees off the ground. Floating table. Maybe this time you want to see if you can take one leg off the floor. And then maybe the other leg. Last two breaths. Exhale, release the knees to the floor. Take the hands further forward. Shift it through. Exhale, release. Nice gentle cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Tucking the toes. Sending it up this time to downward dog. So keep the hands a little further forward. Tuck the toes, sending the hips up to the sky. And then again, options here to take whatever movement feels good for you. Or maybe you just find some stillness. Two cleansing breaths here. Inhale through the nose, release through the mouth. Last one. Good. Bending the knees, looking forward. Inhale. Nice small baby steps up to your hands. Coming to our first forward fold. So keep the knees nice and bent. You can take a hold of the elbows here. Take a couple of sways. Just making sure we relax the head, the shoulders. Good, and then bending the knees, rolling up really, really nice and slow. Making sure that we're stacking that vertebrae. Shoulders, neck and head, last things to come up. Take those adjustments. And then just find some stillness. just coming into your mountain pose, Tadasana. And then straight away we're going to come into a balance. So we're going to come into our tree. So you're going to shift the weight over to your right foot, and we're going to start to unpeel the left off the ground. So really feel the weight shifted through this right leg. And then we're going to rotate that hip out, so we're coming into our tree. So you can either keep the toes rested on the floor, we can take them just underneath the knee, or if we're feeling comfortable we can take them up to the inner thigh, the top of the inner thigh. Once we feel long, lengthened and grounded, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. And then we're going to exhale as we draw the hands down into the center of the chest. Making sure the entire time that we keep that hip rotated out. And if you're like me and you've worn leggings, you might find that your leg is extremely slippy. Your foot is extremely slippy at the top of your thigh. Make sure you're pressing through those 5 toes. Feel the counterbalance between the foot and the leg, so feel the pressure between them both. Find your focus spot. If you want a bit more of a challenge, we can take those hands up overhead. If you need a bit more support, you can grab a hold of a wall or a chair. So last 2 deep breaths here. And then without lowering that left leg to the floor, see if you can inhale, rotate the hip back in and lift the knee up towards the hands. Again, making sure we stay up nice and tall through the body. This supporting leg is long, we're activating through the glutes. Exhale, release the foot back down to the floor. Interlace the fingers behind the back, we're rolling the shoulders down, pressing the tops of the hands towards the floor. Take a slight back bend if it feels comfortable for you. And then exhale, release. And we're going to switch sides. So shift the weight over to that left foot. Just turning to face you. Rotating that hip out. And then again, finding that chosen position. Whatever works for you today. And then when you feel ready and comfortable, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale as you draw them down to your center. Locate that focus spot again. Watch as we try to find that balance, that our shoulders don't lift up towards our ears. So we're really relaxing them down. And breathe. Squeezing through the core. Last 2 deep breaths. Good, and then without dropping that right foot to the floor, lift, lift, lift. See if we can hold. Find that length in that supporting leg. If the balance is a bit too much for you, you can grab a hold of that wall, that chair. Last breath. Exhale, release. Release the foot to the floor. Take a hold of your fingertips behind, again, interlace. This time we're going to bend the knees and we're going to hinge forward from the hips. So we're just allowing the hands to come up towards the sky. And we're allowing our body to rest down towards the ground. If it's a bit too much for you with the hands, just release the hands down towards the floor. Or keep them pressed, relaxed against on your back, sorry. Good. Slowly come back out of that. Bending the knees again, rolling up nice and slow. Once we get to the top, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Bending the knees, hinging forward, we're going to come down to our forward fold one more time. From here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift, so tracking those hands up the legs. Elbows are pinned back, shoulder blades are pinned back. That chin is tucked. And then exhale, release. Inhale, step the right foot back towards the back of your mat. Allow the knee to come to the floor. We're inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Two deep breaths here. And then exhale, release the hands to the floor. Options here to lift the back knee off the ground, step the front foot back coming into your plank, or we can drop the knees to the floor and hover in our half plank. Just two nice deep breaths here. Engaging through the core, squeezing the glutes. Lower the knees to the floor. Exhale. Belly comes to the ground. Inhale as we sweep up cobra. Feel the lower back engaged. Shoulders are relaxed down. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. We're sending it up, downward dog. Nice. Deep breath here. Slow transitions. And then bending the knees, looking forward. Inhale, nice small steps up to your hands. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Bending the knees, coming up nice and tall, root to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And then straight away we're going to go back down. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. This time step your left foot back. Inhale. Drop the knee to the floor, sweep the arms up. Making sure those hips are tucked underneath. Inhale, exhale, release hands to the floor. Lifting that back knee off, stepping your right foot back to your left, coming into your plank. Or half plank. Inhale, exhale as we lower nice and slow. And then inhale, sweep it up, cobra. Exhale, release, tucking the toes, send it up, downward dog again. So when we move a little slow, it's really good to try and link the breath with the movement. So really concentrate on that aspect. Good. From here, bending the knees. Inhale, look forward. Stepping up to your hands. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Last time. Exhale, release. Bending the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, draw the hands down in front of the chest. Just take two nice deep breaths here. Good. Grounding through the right foot. We're going to inhale as we lift the left leg up towards the hands. Squeeze here for a second. And then exhale, release back down. Engaging through the core. Inhale as we lift. Exhale as we lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. And then this time, inhale, lift. We're going to step it back. So we're going to step this left foot back. We're going to turn that back foot slightly out on that diagonal angle. And we're going to sweep the arms up, coming into our warrior one. And again, making sure that our hips are tucked underneath. We're keeping nice and strong through the center, so our body's in one long straight line. Options here to take the hands to the hips. Last deep breath. Shoulders are falling away from the ears. And then we're going to open up to the center. So we're going to twist round and we're going to turn this front foot in. So we're on our train tracks. Nice wide stance. You roughly sort of want your feet just underneath your wrists. Inhale as we lengthen, really grounding, lengthening up through the body. And then we're going to hinge forward from the hips. So we're coming down to our wide-legged forward fold, keeping that flat back for as long as we can. Once the hands reach the floor, we're relaxing the head down. Again, if this isn't accessible for you, you can pop some blocks or cushions underneath. And we're just going to work to soften. So exhale. Every time you exhale, relax a little more. Pressing the palms into the floor, pressing the corners of the feet into the ground. And then keeping your right hand placed into the floor. Inhale, sweep the left up towards the ceiling, coming into a nice twist. And then exhale, release, and then switch sides. Right arm, inhale, sweep. Exhale, release. Bending the knees, rolling up nice and slow. So keep the knees bent, we're protecting that lower back. And then we're going to reverse it. So we're going to turn that front foot, this left foot out. We're going to step this right foot in slightly, keep it on that diagonal angle, and we're coming into our warrior this side. So take your adjustments. So really pushing through the feet. Finding that length. Feel the strength of the posture. If it feels good for you, you can take a slight back bend, opening up that chest. Last deep breath. Good. Inhale as we take it back to the center again, turn both feet in. This time we're going to pivot the feet in slightly closer and we're going to come into our squat. So hands come to the floor. See if you can sink those hips down to the ground. So you want to see if we can drop the hips down. Keep the heels on the floor if it's possible for you. If you find that you're here, you can pop some blocks or cushions underneath to raise that floor up. Once you're there, you can take your hands to the center, press the elbows to the inner parts of the knees. Should feel super good on your hips, your lower back. And just relax, relax into the posture. Nice deep breaths. Feels good. You can take a nice twist to each side. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to use our hands. We're going to take them back behind us and we're just going to let them guide us down. And then straightening your legs out just for a brief moment. Feel the effects on your hips and your legs. It should feel super good. And then we're going to come into nice gentle twists. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. We're going to give the right leg a hug in with our left arm. Oh my gosh. I told you I'm terrible with my rights and lefts. Inhale as you lengthen up through the body, so keep this knee tucked in. As we exhale, we're going to twist open to the right hand side. So relaxing the shoulders down, really staying up nice and tall through the body. And again, we're not forcing it. Trying to stay active in this bottom leg, this left leg. Exhale, return back to center. We're going to switch sides, so take the left leg over the right. Give it a tuck in with the right arm. I got it right this time. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale as we twist. Again, find that flex in that bottom foot. Last deep breath. Exhale, release, return back to center. Cross your legs. We're going to sit up nice and tall. Taking the left leg in front of the right, we're going to inhale as we reach up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're just going to hinge forward from the hips. Allow the hands to come to the ground. So you should feel a nice gentle stretch up this left leg, the glutes of the left leg. And just allowing everything to soften. Slowly walking it back up. Switch legs, take the right leg in front of the left. Did it again. Inhale, reach up, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Good, and then coming up nice and slow again. And then just coming into a seated posture of your choosing. Taking our time, get ourselves nice and comfy. Nice and settled. Lengthening up through the spine once again. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Take it all in. Feel the changes, notice the changes in the body. Hopefully the changes in your mood. If you've got a few minutes, just stay here where you can come down to the ground into Shavasana. So just allowing our bodies to process the effects, giving ourselves just a chance to relax just for a moment, take time out of our busy days. It's just a little sort of little nugget, short sweet practice, just allows you to sort of bring your connection with your body and your breath, allows you to bring awareness to the connection between your body and your breath. Helps you fine-tune the relationship between them both. And then together we're just going to take one deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just sweep the arms up, reach up towards the ceiling. Draw the hands down in front of your chest. Give yourselves a huge thank you for today. Huge thank you for taking this time out just to dedicate yourself to your practice. Awesome work, guys. I'll see you all next week.